7:27. You not got no reply.
No reply.
Is that unusual?
Yeah, she always replies.
And I went downstairs into the bathroom. And then I went in her bedroom and stabbed her.
Okay.
The 16-year-old you see in the interrogation room is Brycen Caudill. He was brought there after stabbing his mother while she was asleep, an attack that tragically caused her death. It all started in the early morning hours of August 16, 2019, in Logan County, Ohio, when local dispatch received a frantic 911 call reporting a stabbing incident. Neighbors were woken up by desperate knocks at their doors from 36-year-old Crystal Caudill, who was begging for help after being stabbed in her sleep by her own son, 16-year-old Brycen Caudill. When first responders arrived at the scene, it was sadly too late. Crystal was pronounced dead from her injuries. Officers immediately secured the home and began collecting evidence. They discovered that Brycen had already fled, leaving the murder weapon behind. Approximately 7 hours later, while investigators were still searching for Brycen, detectives spoke with his biological father and informed him of the devastating news that his wife had been killed by their son.
Lieutenant Copus, Sheriff's Office. I'm so sorry.
I just can't wrap it around my head right now.
Sure.
At all.
If you want, you can have a seat right there, either one of those chairs. We just have some basic questions. I'm gonna go ahead and record this so we don't have to write anything, because I understand that it's definitely a traumatic time for you guys. Todd, can you tell me what you know so far?
I knew I got a call from Sydney Burrows that Brycen attacked my wife. I left 5 o'clock every day.
5 a.m.?
Yes.
What was going on at that time?
Nothing.
Is anybody else awake?
Tim's awake, my wife's awake, because we both work.
So last night when you guys were get home in the evening, was there any fights between Bryce and your
No.
wife? Okay. Does she usually text in the morning?
Yeah.
That was a text this morning?
Yeah.
And what time
That
was
was
that?
it. That was at 7:27 when we was going to break.
7:27. You not got no reply?
No reply.
Is that unusual?
Yeah, she always replies.
As you heard, Crystal's husband, Todd Caudill, explained to investigators that around 7 a.m. he became concerned when his messages to Crystal went unanswered, something unusual for her. But it wasn't just Todd who noticed this. This may sound strange, but Crystal also had a boyfriend, Tim Chittenden, who lived in the same house with them. He told detectives that he too had been trying to reach Crystal that morning and wasn't getting any replies.
What point do you guys first learn that something is wrong?
Well, I take a break at 8 o'clock, so it was about 2 or 3 minutes till 8. I text her, like I always do, and she starts a timer for me for my break. And so I make my coffee, heat up my breakfast sandwich, and I sit down and I'm like, hello? And she didn't answer me. I'm like, oh, that's strange. I'm like, I'll check the webcam, see if she's in the kitchen, just left her phone in the bed. So I see the webcam, kitchen's normal, but the living room is turned sideways. Thought maybe one of the cats hit it or something. So I was like, well, let's see when it goes back. So it goes back, and that's when I heard her screams. And I watched it on the camera, and I called. I just started calling. Her cell phone, the house phone, and I wasn't getting any answers, and I was getting crazy. So after 10 minutes of my break, I went out. It was 8:10. I went out, talked to Todd. I'm like, Todd, something's up, something's wrong.
The home was equipped with security cameras, and those recordings later provided investigators with key evidence. The footage reportedly captured Crystal's screams during the attack, confirming that something terrible had taken place inside the house.
So right here, it's like, I see him, he gets ready for school.
Can I see that?
I see him get ready for school. I make sure he's always up, or I'll text him. It recorded me because I gave him supper when I walked in the door, and he came to me. I gave him supper right there, and then I went upstairs. It records everything.
Do you have any guns in the house?
No.
Did you guys recently get your CCW permits?
No.
Have you watched any of these videos?
No, that's why I heard that screaming.
As we mentioned earlier, at the time of Todd and Tim being interviewed, Brycen was on the run and was under search. Somehow, 7 hours after the murder and 15 miles away from the crime scene, Brycen turned himself in by a 911 call. He was arrested immediately and taken to the sheriff's office for questioning.
Well, I'm Doug Mitchell.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Wishes under different circumstances. You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you injured in any way or anything like that?
No.
I got a bottle of water for you in case you're thirsty. I imagine you may be thirsty. Are you coming in? This is Sergeant Tom Watson, okay?
I saw you out there to see. How you doing?
Well, how old are you?
16.
You're 16. What grade you in?
11.
11th grade.
Mhm.
You obviously know what I want to talk to you about.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me about this morning? What happened? From when you wake up?
I woke up, I took a shower,
What time did you wake up?
6.
Around 6?
Mhm.
Okay. You got up, took a shower.
I think I went back upstairs until about 6:30.
Is that where your bedroom is upstairs?
Yes.
Okay.
Then I went to the kitchen, I ate cereal, got my backpack,
What time you normally leave for school?
so
7? Okay. So you got your backpack, then what?
and I went downstairs into the bathroom, and then I went in her bedroom and stabbed her.
Okay. What'd you do in the bathroom?
I was standing there.
Just stand there?
Mhm.
What happened that day was that Brycen woke up around 7 a.m., went to the kitchen and ate breakfast as usual. He then walked toward the front door as if he were leaving for school, but instead he just stood there for a moment thinking. After that, he went back to his room, grabbed a knife and a baseball bat, and walked to the bathroom next to his mother's bedroom. He stood there again, hesitating before finally going into her room while she was asleep and carrying out the attack.
When you went into your mom's room, were you upset about something?
No.
You weren't upset about anything?
No.
What were you thinking when you went into your mom's room? Did you go in there to stab her?
Yes.
You did? How many times do you think you stabbed her?
I don't remember.
You don't know? What'd you stab her with?
My pocket knife.
Your pocket knife? Is that a knife you carry normally?
Yeah, usually.
You usually carry a
I
pocket
bought
knife?
it a couple years ago.
Okay. There's no reason you weren't upset about something?
No.
Do you know why you done it?
Not really.
As Brycen entered his mother's room, his intention became clear. He struck her with the baseball bat he had taken from his room, hitting her in the head. When she started screaming, he pulled a knife from his pocket and stabbed her a total of 15 times. After the attack, he fled the scene immediately. Crystal managed to rush to a neighbor's house, desperately asking for help, but collapsed and died right there from her injuries.
Once you stab her, what did you do then at that point?
Well, she ran out the door and I just stood there for a couple seconds. I don't remember dropping the knife, but I saw it on the front porch when I came back out. Because I came back in her bedroom to get the keys to the car. But I forgot that both my parents were working and there wasn't a car.
Oh, so your plan was to take the car?
That's what I thought. I thought I had to get away as soon as possible.
Were you planning to do this? Were you thinking about this maybe last night, last week,
Last night.
last night?
Mm-hmm.
What was going on at that point where you start thinking about it?
I don't know, I just thought about doing it. There wasn't like a plan. I didn't have a reason to.
So you thought about it last night?
Yeah.
Okay. Who all lives in the house?
Todd, my dad, Crystal, my mom, and Tim, her boyfriend.
Do you argue with your mom ever?
I argue a little bit, but it's not like physical fighting or anything.
Not physical fighting or anything?
Had you been in trouble at all lately?
Never.
Never been in trouble?
No.
Okay.
What kind of grades you get?
I think I have like a 3.5.
That's
I make
pretty good.
honorable every year. That's about it.
That's pretty good. Do you know your mom has died? Are you aware of that?
No.
Your mom died, and I want to be upfront and honest with you. I'm sorry I don't have Kleenexes, but your mom has passed away.
When did she die?
She died on the way to the hospital.
Of what?
Of what?
Yeah.
From stab wounds.
Blood loss?
Yeah.
Blood loss.
Yeah. You okay?
Yeah.
I noticed you're upset when I told you your mom passed away. When you stabbed her, was your purpose to kill her?
That's what my purpose was, I guess. But as soon as I did, I didn't want to do it anymore, you know. I feel regret, you know.
What's that?
I didn't want to kill her.
You didn't want to kill her?
I tried to stop, but I didn't know what to do.
After that takes place, and what happens? Where do you go?
Well, I go on top of that bridge, you know, that bridge by the graph. I go on the railroad tracks.
Just down the road from you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Towards Bell Fountain. I get on those and I start walking. I was gonna walk towards Bell Fountain to go to the sheriff's office there because I know where that is. But I walked a long time. I think I got to Quincy at one point. I kept walking. I went to the store because I was thirsty. I bought the water. Then I went to the bridge. And I went to that guy. I knocked on 2 houses before this. And no one answered. And then I found that guy when I was lying. So he says, when I called the police.
After Brycen left the home, his intention was to flee, but halfway through he realized that escaping was impossible for him since he had no money and no car. Several miles away from his house, he approached a homeowner and asked them to call 911 so he could turn himself in.
While you're sitting there eating the cereal, do you think are you debating on whether you're going to do it, or are you just thinking, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's why I stood in the bathroom, so I didn't really want to do it, but...
Okay.
Last night when you were thinking about this, were you thinking about killing her?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you say you haven't been in trouble, and you got pretty good grades at school, huh?
Mm-hmm.
So, and you haven't been in trouble recently. So, help us understand, you know, how did you get to that thought process that you were thinking about, you know, hurting your mom?
I don't really know.
Why didn't you think about hurting her dad? Or Tim? I'm curious on why mom. What?
She was the only person there.
She was the only person there?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about it before?
Well, I've had like scenarios, like you create scenarios for like, what happens if an earthquake happens? Like supplies you get. I was like, what happens if I kill my parents? Well, what would happen? You know.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't like a serious thing. But then yesterday, I seriously thought about it.
Brycen, you seem like you're holding stuff back.
What you mean? I'm lying?
No, not that you're lying. I don't think you're lying. I feel like you're. I feel like there's stuff has been bothering you. There's stuff is bottled up in you.
What the detective was referring to here was the unusual family dynamics taking place in the household, which played a major role in Brycen's reasoning for why he did what he did. He later said that his living conditions and the constant tension between him and his mother were what caused him to snap. By living conditions, investigators were pointing to the fact that Todd was married to Crystal, while at the same time she had a partner, Tim Chittenden, who also lived in the same home with them.
So back to your feelings. Why don't you care for have the feelings for mom and dad? What has happened to make it where you feel that way?
No. I just don't feel like they're very close to me. They yell at me a lot. They used to like push me around when I was like little, you know, just like scream at me.
Has anything happened recently that your mom has done that pissed you off, or your dad?
Well, she said I couldn't take. She's trying to change my schedule at school. I'm taking this media arts class, and she said I can't take that, and I had to take this other study hall instead because she says I don't get my work done.
Is there anything else that's pissed you off recently? Has anybody done something where, you actually get pissed off, like, hey, this sucks?
I don't really get mad at all.
You don't get mad?
No.
After you first stabbed her, were you angry, scared, anything? What was your
scared?
feeling?
Yeah.
What were you scared of?
Her dying. I didn't want that to happen. You know, I didn't like her, but she didn't deserve to die.
Why didn't you like her?
No, she's always yelling at me and stuff. You know, I didn't think she was the best mother, but at least she tried.
Ugh. It's alright, bud. Let it out.
Alright.
What'd she yell at you about? And what's a normal week? What's she getting on your ass for?
Everything.
Name something. Name some stuff.
This is pretty tough now. I don't know.
Because it sounds like you're a good kid.
Yeah.
You get decent good grades. Your dad said your attendance is through the roof, said he loves going to school. What does she have to yell at you about?
I don't really know. She's just like, overall, she's always nagging and yelling. She's always yelling. That's all she does. She can't speak normally or anything.
Brycen tried to paint a picture of an overly controlling mother. He even claimed that she wouldn't allow him to get a driver's license, controlled which subjects he could take in school, and didn't let him spend time with his friends. He also described the household as one where everyone kept to themselves and there wasn't much communication between family members. However, in his own interview, Brycen's father said the opposite, insisting that the family dynamic was not the way Brycen described it.
When's the last time you talked to your son?
Last night,
Last night.
when I gave him supper.
Do you have any idea that what could have caused this to happen?
No, that's what I'm saying. It surprised me, you know?
It's a total shite. There's no.
Yeah, I'm shocked.
Even like a minor argument that's been
No.
recently going on or anything like that. When you guys were in Tennessee, was there anything that happened?
No,
Nothing.
that's what I'm saying.
Have you been arguing with your wife at all?
No.
That maybe has Tim been in any arguments?
No, we just went on a vacation. We came back Tuesday. He went to work Wednesday. I had the day off. Brycen went to school. Fine. Said tomorrow we're just messing around. He needed some few things. We all went to town, ate at McDonald's, got some more school supplies that he had a list of. I said, "You got everything?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine." I said, "Okay, we're going home." Got home at 9, went to bed.
Has he ever had any mental issues? Had to see a psychiatrist on
No.
any medications?
No.
Does he? What type of grades does he get?
A, B's. He don't like missing school. It don't make
He does
no
not like to
sense.
miss school.
Yeah.
Okay.
In another interview, Todd admitted that it was true Crystal had a short temper, but he explained that it was usually Brycen who started most of the arguments between them. He recalled one particular argument over her taste in books that escalated to the point where Brycen physically hit his mother. Todd also described how Brycen showed little respect toward Crystal, often going into her room without knocking. In that same interview, Todd said he believed his son was a sociopath.
She gets stressed out really easy. Sometimes I just like stare at her and she'll start crying or something. As she says, I can't cook supper, and we'll like order out.
So if you just look at your mom, she may start crying and say she can't.
One day I said, "Stop staring at me," because she was just like intensely staring, and she said, "I hate you," and she didn't want to eat with me, and then she went to the bedroom.
How often did that happen?
Hell on. But I mean, the next day we just act like nothing happened, you know, it kind of resets.
What made you snap?
I was just sick of doing the same thing every day, you know.
Sick of doing the same thing?
You go to school, go home, do the same thing.
Well, the day before you go, the first day of school. So I think there's something, I honestly think there's something that makes Brycen snap. I think there's something in your life, something has happened to make you say, I'm stabbing her. I think right now, I think you do regret what happened. You told me. And I believe you. I think you're an honest dude. You told me I didn't want her to die. You said, well, after the first stab, you started regretting, but you just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
What makes you snap to do that first stab?
I was just like stressed in my life. I couldn't get my driver's license, didn't have a job. What was I gonna say? I didn't think I could just like sit there for 2 more years and wait till I turn 18 to do what I want. I guess I was just sick of being there. I wanted to get out of there. I just wanted to live a different life. I mean, this is better than that.
So, this is being in jail is better than living there?
Yeah.
You think that's going to... Is that one of your thoughts? That even jail's better than living in this house?
Basically.
What makes that house so damn bad?
No, it's just the same thing every day.
What would have made your family better?
I don't know, I think.
What's a model family? If I say, Brycen, write down what your school subject is, what's your family that Brycen would be happier in hell to live in?
Well, nuclear life, husband, wife, 2 kids, boy and girl. I mean, I wish I had a sibling, sure. But, you know, they want their kids to go and do stuff. You know?
Would you have done this if it was just your mom and Tim in there?
Definitely not, no.
Why?
If I can kill one person, I'm not going to try to kill 2. I mean, Tim's pretty strong, too. I think he used to work at like a steel mill. He's a pretty big guy.
If you were able to kill your dad and Tim, would you have?
No.
Why?
What do you mean if they're like...
If you had a shotgun, so it's not 3 against 1, really, would you have killed everybody?
No.
You wouldn't have? What made you focus on mom?
She was the only one there. I already thought about it. I was like, I'm just gonna do it.
2 days later, a shocking detail came to light when Tim contacted detectives after finding a disturbing note in Brycen's room. It was a piece of paper with a written schedule outlining exactly what Brycen planned to do that day. The note completely contradicted the story Brycen had given investigators. While he had claimed during questioning that his only intention was to kill his mother, the note revealed otherwise. It showed that he had carefully planned everything in advance and was actually intending to kill the entire household. His father, Todd, his mother, Crystal, and his mother's boyfriend, Tim.
So what was the straw that broke the camel's back? What made you snap?
No, I just thought about it yesterday and I said I'm sick of it.
But what made you think? What was the thing that said, I'm sick of this shit. I'm done with it. This is what I'm doing. Friday's the day. This is what I'm doing. What brought you to that point? What something said to you, done to you? What was the straw that broke the camel's back?
You could say it's because I didn't get to take that media arts class, so I was kind of mad about that, but I wouldn't say it was just strong. That's not a very good reason. I mean, yeah, it is. It kind of just all built up over time.
So everything is built up over time and not getting to take the media arts class.
Yeah, that whole thing kind of pushed you.
That's the straw that broke the camel's back.
Yeah, that's what you mean, sure.
Because you wouldn't be the only person that this has ever happened to.
Yeah.
You may handle it differently than what other people has, but you're not the first person something may have happened to. I think something's happened to you that has pushed you over the point of no return.
It doesn't matter if it did. I can't get help at this point. I'm already in prison.
You can get help.
Wow.
Because the thing is, you have struggled this time since something happened. Maybe it's happened multiple times. You have struggled this long, and look what happened today. You're still gonna, if you're holding that in, you're still gonna struggle tomorrow, the next day, even though she's gone. The next day after that, next year, you're still gonna be struggling until we get this out. You tell me, if you're a judge, and I tell you Brycen has been being abused since this time, repeatedly, over and over and over. Brycen finally hit his limit on August 16th, and he hit his mom with a bat and stabbed her. How does that sound compared to Bryce wasn't allowed to go out? He just had to stay home. His parents were controlling. His mom was afraid he was going to get hurt. He had nothing. He decided to go hit her in the head with a baseball bat and stab her several times.
Sure, it sounds different. But
It sounds really different, man.
it doesn't change anything.
But you know what? That hurt's going to be inside you. Whatever caused you to get to this point, Brycen, that hurt's going to be inside you. Your mom dying today does not make that hurt go away. You don't deserve that. You truly don't.
Well, that's what I got, so.
I know that's what you got, man, but you need to say what's going on.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
That was when the interview ended, and Brycen didn't add anything further. He continued to insist that what he did to his mother was the result of being mistreated, blaming the household's family dynamics for why he snapped. But at the time of this interview, detectives still didn't know about the letter that was later found in his room. That letter directly contradicted his claims and became strong evidence against him. His father's testimony also played a major role in helping investigators piece together a clearer picture of what really happened. In August 2019, Brycen Caudill was formally charged with aggravated murder for the fatal stabbing of his mother, Crystal Caudill. In 2021, he pleaded guilty to murder. He was sentenced to 15 years to life in prison with the possibility of parole after 15 years.